I've never had a boyfriend. I'm 26 years old, and today we are going to talk about some of the struggles that come along with that. While I am very confident in the fact that I've never been in a relationship or had a boyfriend, there are still some factors that make it just a little bit difficult. So I wanted to share that in case anybody else felt the same way. First of all, there is this feeling of just being undesirable and like unworthy for a relationship, that especially if you don't have a boyfriend or relationship in your like very formative years in like high school and like even college, like it's just this feeling that you like can't really shake and you have to go out of your way to unlearn, and I've really struggled with that. I obviously know deep down that I'm worthy of love and being in a relationship and all of that kind of stuff, but sometimes there's the devil on my shoulder that's just kind of like, well, if we're looking at past examples, like, no you're not, because how come it hasn't happened yet? So it's been a journey to teach myself not to think like that. Then there's the fact of never having been in a relationship kind of makes you very independent, and like while I was growing up, my focus was like school and swimming and friends, and now in this part of my life I'm very career focused and friends focused. It's like, how do you like cycle a guy in? Because I've never had to do it before, so it's like that's another tough thing.
Bam! If this isn't evidence that women can't handle loneliness better than men, I don't know what is. No knock to this queen. The reality is, you don't see videos on top of videos on the internet of men saying, I have never had a girlfriend, and let me justify that by analyzing my feels. No fam. Men for the most part just kind of soldier on like a crusader going through trials and tribulations of female modern day dating. Oh yes, ladies. Modern day dating is without a doubt a female design.
No, it's not. Men make dating difficult.
Really? Who are the ones who got intimacy liberation? Men or women? Exactly.
Then this might be a little bit more of a personal example, but I really struggle with being vulnerable with my feelings. I have a lot of walls up and my heart is extremely guarded, which I'm working on letting that down. Being open and vulnerable with my feelings scares me a lot, because every time that I have been brave and told a guy how I felt, shared my feelings, it is always gone up in flames for me. It's never just been like, oh no, I just don't feel the same way. It's usually been like, oh, I feel the same way, but we can't work out for XYZ, which in turn has made me feel like there's something wrong with me. And it's just been honestly kind of scarring, and now has made me really scared to open up with my feelings, because I'm like, I don't want to feel that again. And then that has led me into only wanting to keep things casual a lot of the times, so you don't have to deal with feelings. And so then it's like this transition of like, how do you jump from casual to like serious, when at the end of the day I know that's what I want, but it's just really scary to like have to do it. And then transitioning from there, some may say I'm a little scared of love, but I will also say I'm scared of it and being in a relationship because I've never had it before. So it's like, I don't know who I am in a relationship.
Dang, ladies, you are the masters of self-confusion. Do you know why queens like this one have so many questions and doubts on the emphasis of having a relationship with a man?
It's because men make it difficult for women.
Nope. It's because women overthink things. You complicate situations so much, men just don't want to be part of it. Ladies, 2 + 2 is 4. Stop trying to figure out how those numbers play a long-term factor in your life and just accept simple equations.
But I need to know if he's my soulmate, if my friends will accept him, if he is a Capricorn or a Leo, if destiny wants us to be together.
Stop it. Men are simple creatures. They desire things that don't complicate their lives. If you keep letting your anxiety dominate your dating lives, you will end up alone.
And that freaks me out. I love who I am now, and I'm like, am I going to change? Am I going to be a different person? Or not even that, but I'm also like, I just don't know what to expect. I don't know what's going to happen. So it just kind of freaks me out a little bit. So that makes me a little scared. So those are kind of my inner struggles that I deal with as someone who's never had a boyfriend. And I just feel like at the end of the day, I know that these struggles make me a tougher person, make me a better person, and it's gonna make my relationships, when the time comes for me to get into them, it's gonna make them even better. Because I've had to learn myself and learn all these kind of things the hard way, and I think that's the best way to learn. So if you resonate with this, I feel for you and I love you.
Queens like this one will have a lonely life for a long time, since it is clear her dating life is overly convoluted. Ladies, I really have to ask, what is the overall goal of perplexing your dating life so much? Let me narrow that down. Why do you make your Chad/Tyrone choices so simple, but not so much for an average guy you would consider dating? Think about it. If a guy is hot, there are few rules for him. If he is average, all of a sudden, you are locked down tighter than Fort Knox. What do you women achieve with this other than being single moms asking,
Where are the good men at?
Moving on.
Everyone talks about the concept of if he wanted to, he would, but I'm going to contextualize it for you. I was stuck in a situationship for 3 years, which is so embarrassing because I should have been smarter and gotten out a lot sooner. 3 years of my life that I can't get back. But I used to defend this man to myself. Oh, he's not ready. He has too much on his plate. It's hard to balance work and me. I used to come up with every excuse in the world for why this man could not be with me. After 3 years, I finally got the cojones to get up and walk away. God bless. But you know what happened? He went and got engaged to someone else. Got engaged. Well, I'm so thankful and blessed I did not end up with a cheating, lying piece of shit. The truth of the matter still exists. That man wanted to be with that woman, so he proposed to her. He did not want to be with me, so he kept me just sitting there for 3 years. Stop making the same mistakes that I did. If he really wanted to be with you, his hands are not tied. He can be with you. The fact of the matter is, he just doesn't want to, babe. And that's it.
Fam, for some reason I keep thinking Chronicles of the Side Chick. Ladies, don't fool yourselves. There is little doubt the man this queen is talking about is an HVM. Historically, women have always shared HVMs, be them actual kings, emperors, businessmen, or professional athletes. Women have all competed with each other to become his main chick. This queen unfortunately didn't win first place and is obviously upset. You know what most average men think about women in her situation? I'll tell you. They think if she could have picked an average guy to be with, she would have. Sorry, queen. But trying to get sympathy from a video like this is like a lot of women asking for us to feel sorry for them because they wasted their fortune. Ladies, when you go with the "don't settle" attitude, you run the risk of ending up like this queen, and then you follow that up by trying to shame other women for acting like a pick-me. Guess what, queens? If a pick-me gets picked, she got the W in the end. Moving on.
I love getting older, but here's the one thing that sucks about being an adult. It just sucks about getting older. And truthfully, I age like fine wine. Like, I love being older. I have more experiences, more knowledge, and honestly, I feel like I'm Benjamin Button. I just get hotter. But here's the one thing that sucks. It's your friends. It's your friends, and it's not because you don't love them. It's because they all get married, and they all start having babies, and they have less time for you. I just FaceTimed 5 of my friends. 5 of them, count them, 5. And none of them answered. And sure, you know what? I have tape all over me because I just got 6 new tattoos tonight. Sure, that's what I'm doing with my time, opposed to thinking about maybe where I'd put my child in elementary school. But that's not the conversation I want tonight. All I want is for you to still be my friend. And now they don't have time for you. The older you get, the less time your friends have for you. And that's the hardest part about getting older.
Fam, she feels she gets hotter as she gets older? Seriously, what is it? Men's actual definition and preferences of what is hot all of a sudden gets eliminated by her own feelings? Talk about delusion. And oh my, her new tattoos are more important than her friends having actual families. Ladies, for those of you who think being a boss babe is what life is about, well, it doesn't really work out that way, because that's what gives men fulfillment. Women get fulfillment from friends and family. And if all your friends are in happy relationships, well, stories of the new ink on your arms and your recent carousel rides aren't on top of their discussion list. I'm not shaming women for deciding to stay single. I am pointing out that just because you have decided to go that route, it does not mean all your friends will. Think of it this way. Gamers hang out with gamers, athletes hang out with athletes, moms hang out with moms. Using that trend, if you are a strong and independent single woman, well, your married friends aren't going to click with you too much. I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.